Generic QQ is a sophisticated application for creating quick quotations. The users can create new projects quickly and easily using some of their standard types and create a quotation for them and their clients. The QQ Builder is the place where users can manage all their standard window types created and stored in the database. To create a new type, click on the New Simple Type button. First, the user fills out the type code and the description. Next, he chooses the type for the new window or door by selecting the extruder seria and the window function. In the next step, the user is able to change some basic properties such as the opening direction or the number of fillers. Divide the type by setting the number of vertical and horizontal fields. Next, the user chooses how the price is to be calculated. They can use a predefined price list or a square meter calculation. Then they set the default profile color and glass composition. Finally, they save their new type in their database by clicking the Save and Exit button. Now let's create a new project and add the previously created type to it. Additional details for the current project can be set in the project details. Here the user can change the status of the project or the client name as well as a few other properties. The user can modify any pattern within the current project in the editorium. Here they can modify basic properties like dimensions by changing the width and height for the pattern, or the opening direction, or the number of transoms. Calculation shows how the price has been calculated for the pattern. In addition to the basic price, there are some other costs that will affect the final price of the current pattern. These are profile color, glass composition, and additional questions. Let's return for a second to the type created earlier in the QQ Builder. In case of color, the user has the possibility to set additional charges for each different color group, which will add to the final price in the calculation. For wizard questions and answers, the user can assign additional questions for the selected type, which may add additional charges to the final price depending on the selected answer. In Generic QQ, the user can create different questions which calculate in various ways what will be the price. For this, access the number 5 wizard menu point inside the QQ Builder. In the Price By option, the user can set how the additional price should be calculated. Every option calculates the price differently. For example, with the percentage price option, depending on the selected answer, a percentage of the basic price will be added to the final price. let's return to the project and in the editorium change some of this information. By changing the profile color for another one with extra charge. A new row appears in the calculation, indicating this change in color will add to the final price the extra 10% cost of the basic price. Changing the answer for any of the questions means other charges will be added to the final price depending on the selected answers. For example, selecting the second answer for the question handle type. In calculation, another row will be added indicating this type of handle will bring an additional 10 currency units per handle to the final price. If we select a different answer for the question type of frame, you notice that this type of frame brings an extra cost, 35% of the basic price, to the final price. Selecting yes for toughened glass, you can see that this type of glass adds an extra 80 currency units per square meter to the final price. In calculation, the user can set the calculation values which will affect the entire project. In the project, two columns are used for pricing. These are Unit Price 1 and Unit Price 2. The first price refers to the price of a single unit with the extra costs like glass or profile color or other questions, however without project calculations. The second price refers to the price of a single unit, also including the project calculations. The user can set the end leading quotation text in the Print Text options. These texts will appear at the beginning and the end of the quotation report. The user can obtain the quotation report for the current project by clicking on the quotation button. Here they will be able to see all of the information about the patterns, a subtotal price for each of them, and the final price for the entire project.